Is the Mystics owner going to come out and say that the entire WNBA should be on this cover?
So, A'ja Wilson is one of the Times Women of the Year. A lot of people are saying, I've seen a lot of things saying like A'ja Wilson named as Time Woman of the Year, and I'm like, well, there's clearly two people.
The WNBA media missed the mark again. Caitlin Clark, the biggest name in women's basketball right now, was overlooked when Time magazine named A.J.A. Wilson as one of its Women of the Year.
It must be weird to win an award like Time magazine's Woman of the Year. I guess there's multiple Women of the Year, but to win one of these awards like this and immediately feel like you are a victim, I'm confused.
Was this about recognizing A.J.A. Wilson's achievements, or is it another move to downplay Caitlin Clark's influence on the game? The debate is heating up, with fans calling out double standards. Is this rightful recognition, or is the media purposely shifting focus? Today, we're breaking it all down: what happened, why it matters, and what it means for women's basketball. Caitlin Clark has been the face of women's basketball ever since she stepped onto the court at Iowa. From setting college records to becoming the most talked about rookie in WNBA history, her impact has been impossible to ignore. So when Time magazine named A.J.A. Wilson one of its Women of the Year while seemingly overlooking Clark's achievements, fans were outraged.
A'ja Wilson, boy, it's been a bad last week for her, all right? At least on a level of perception, let's put it that way. She wins this award. There's a quote out there. It looks terrible. I mean, wow, literally, woe is me. Now, she threw her locker room under the bus just a few days ago. We found out she always had a signature shoe coming. During that entire Caitlin Clark blow up around the Nike shoe, she knew then that while Caitlin Clark was getting berated and destroyed online and her fans, A'ja Wilson knew then that she had a signature shoe coming, but she stayed quiet.
This isn't just about the award, it's about a bigger issue. There's a growing concern that the WNBA media is consistently downplaying Caitlin Clark's significant role in the growth of women's basketball. Fans are asking, why is Caitlin Clark always left out of the conversation when she's done more for the sport in the past year than most players in their whole careers? The real debate isn't whether A.J.A. Wilson deserves recognition. She absolutely does. She's a two-time WNBA champion, a three-time MVP, and an outstanding player. But why, when honors like this come up, does the media quickly celebrate Wilson while overlooking Clark's contributions? Consider how the WNBA media responded to Caitlin Clark's recognition as Time magazine's Athlete of the Year compared to the praise for A.J.A. Wilson's Woman of the Year title. When Clark received her honor, there was criticism, pushback, and calls for more players to share the spotlight. Some even questioned whether she deserved it because she hadn't been in the WNBA long enough. But when Wilson received her recognition, those same critics were silent. No calls for other players to share the award, no outrage over anyone being left out, just quiet acceptance. This clearly shows a double standard. Clark has been a game changer, attracting new fans, sponsors, and media attention to women's basketball. Yet, instead of embracing her impact, some in the WNBA media have spent more time downplaying her achievements. Her college career set records and pulled in massive viewership, and when she entered the WNBA, she quickly became the league's biggest draw. Despite this, she's been treated as an outsider, as though she doesn't belong among the greats. Let's talk about A.J.A. Wilson's recent comments in Time magazine, where she shared how black women in the WNBA often have to work much harder to get noticed. No one denies that black athletes have faced challenges in terms of recognition, but here's the reality: A.J.A. Wilson is far from overlooked. She's won MVP awards, been on the cover of NBA 2K, has a signature Nike shoe, and just one Times Woman of the Year. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is constantly criticized and questioned, no matter what she achieves. From the moment she was drafted, certain players and media figures made it clear they didn't want her in the WNBA, and when she was named Time Athlete of the Year, people were quick to demand others share the honor with her. On the court, when Clark gets fouled hard, fans often cheer instead of condemning the play. But if Wilson said the same things Clark has faced, she would be met with silence, not criticism. This shows the real issue. Caitlin Clark has faced an unprecedented level of resistance, not just from opponents but from certain media figures too. This situation with Time magazine feels intentional to many. It's not that A.J.A. Wilson doesn't deserve her recognition, it's the ongoing exclusion of Caitlin Clark from these conversations. Take a look at the comments on Time's post about Wilson's award, and you'll see a troubling divide. Some are mocking Clark and turning this into a racial issue instead of focusing on the basketball itself. It's toxic. Instead of celebrating all the women elevating the game, the conversation is being twisted into divisive narratives that pit players against one another. Right now, Caitlin Clark is bringing new attention, money, and excitement to the WNBA, yet some parts of the league's media seem more interested in minimizing her success than supporting the growth of the sport. This isn't just about one award or one player. This is about a pattern of treatment that could hurt the WNBA in the long run. The WNBA is at a crucial moment. It can either embrace the momentum Caitlin Clark is bringing or continue to fight against it and risk losing the traction the league has finally gained. If Caitlin Clark were to leave tomorrow, ticket sales, TV ratings, and sponsorships would all take a major hit. The WNBA is still building its foundation and needs players who draw in new fans, and Caitlin Clark is doing that better than anyone. Yet, she faces hostility and criticism, unlike other breakout stars in major leagues. The NBA welcomed LeBron James with open arms. The NFL made Patrick Mahomes the face of the league. Serena Williams was embraced by tennis. But Caitlin Clark? She's been met with resistance and scrutiny. This isn't about whether AJA Wilson deserves recognition, it's about why Caitlin Clark is constantly overlooked, despite the undeniable impact she's had on the league. The WNBA media's approach of pushing certain players into the spotlight while keeping others out of it is damaging to the sport as a whole. It's time for the league to decide, will they celebrate their most influential players, or continue this divisive pattern? Fans are frustrated, and if they feel like they're being forced to pick sides, they'll stop watching. The WNBA needs to support its stars, including Caitlin Clark, and embrace the opportunity she represents. Only then can the league move forward and continue growing the game. Will they recognize her contributions, or let jealousy and division hold them back? The future of women's basketball depends on it. What do you think? Was Caitlin Clark snubbed, or did AJA Wilson deserve the recognition? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on the world of sports. Thanks for watching. It seems the media around the WNBA is more focused on downplaying Caitlin Clark's achievements rather than supporting the growth of the sport. This isn't just about one player or one award, it's part of a larger pattern that could hurt the league in the long run. The WNBA is at a crucial crossroads. It can either take advantage of the momentum Caitlin Clark has built or resist it, risking the progress it has made so far. If Caitlin were to leave tomorrow, ticket sales, TV ratings, and sponsorships would take a major hit. The league is still finding its footing and needs players like Caitlin Clark, who bring in new fans. She's doing this better than anyone right now, but she's facing unnecessary criticism, unlike other breakout stars in major leagues. The NBA welcomed LeBron James, the NFL made Patrick Mahomes its face, and tennis embraced Serena Williams. But Caitlin? She's been met with skepticism. This isn't about whether AJA Wilson deserves recognition, it's about why Caitlin Clark is often overlooked, despite the undeniable impact she's made. The WNBA media's tendency to spotlight certain players while leaving others in the shadows hurts the sport. The league needs to decide whether to celebrate its most influential players or continue this divisive approach. Fans are getting frustrated, and if they're forced to pick sides, they may just tune out. The WNBA must support its stars, including Caitlin Clark, and embrace the opportunity she brings. Only then can the league move forward and keep growing. Will they recognize her contributions, or let jealousy and division hold them back? The future of women's basketball depends on it. What do you think? Was Caitlin Clark overlooked, or did AJA Wilson deserve the recognition? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on the world of sports. Thanks for watching.